With all that extra time you've got when you're cooking a brisket, I suggest taking up a hobby. That hobby can be anything. We want as much yield as possible. And I'm just going to trim away any of this hard fat. And then we had a plane fly over. It knows what it should be doing, and I know what I should be doing. Look at that. How good does that look? That is super succulent. G'day, I'm Schuey. Welcome to Smoked Barbecue Sauce, where we want to help you improve your barbecue game. Today, I'm going to show you how to slice up a full packer brisket for backyard barbecue. Now, if you'd like to check out this recipe a little further than what's covered in this video, there's a link in the description to the website which has a wealth of information on barbecue. Now, I picked up this full packer brisket weighing just over 17 pounds, and it is a Ranges Valley Marble Score 5+. I also smoked it over some cherry wood and some red wine oak barrel chunks, and I seasoned it with my basic SPG, or for those of you who don't know what that stands for, that's salt, pepper and garlic. Then I held it in a cooler for a few hours, and now it's finally time to slice it up and enjoy all our hard work. Cutting up our brisket. This can be the make or break on all of our hard work today, because we need to know which way the meat fibers are going, because we need to cut across them. This is going to give a much more tender eating experience, as opposed to if we cut with the grain, you'd get a really chewy bite every time you sunk your teeth into your brisket. Now, next up, you need a sharp knife. Now, you may not have a brisket knife like I do. Just grab the biggest knife you've got and make sure it's sharp. Now, I can see which way the grain is going in this flat muscle, so we can either start trimming down here in the leaner part, or we can actually slice it right in the middle. Some people like to do that just to show on a video, and I think we'll just start slicing down on the lean and just work our way across. As I said, I'm going to start from this side. We have a nice little brisket jiggle, but yes, so the grain, it's the flat and you've got the point on top. So you can actually see, I don't know if you can on camera, but the point, the fibers do go in another direction, but the flat is that way. And being the leaner cut, we're going with that. So being the leaner cut, we're going to go this way. Oh, my finger nearly went right into that. So I'm just going to make each slice, I don't know, about a 1/3 to a 1/2 inch thick. So we'll just keep cutting up to the middle where the two muscles start to meet. And that's where you'll see a difference in texture from just the lean flat muscle up until the lean and the point, which is a lot fattier. We can now see that we are actually getting up to where that point muscle is, and it's a lot fattier, a lot more juice. Very good eating. Now, also at this point is where some people do like to slice the knife down. I'll turn it around. You can actually see some people like to slice down through and separate these muscles, but this is a backyard brisket cook and we're going to keep it all together. And as we keep cutting, we're going to see a lot more juice come out, purely because this point muscle has a lot more fat and connective tissue that rendered down during the cook. I mean, look at that. It is just seeping out. Beautiful. Now again, as I said at the start, you follow the grain of the muscle. Now we effectively aren't following that rule with the two muscles because the flat grain runs this way and the point runs that way. The good thing is because this point muscle is so tender, it eats very well no matter how you cut it. Look at that. There's just so much moisture in this. Now, a 17-pound brisket can be a little bit too much for the average family to sit down and eat in one sitting. I, for one, don't like to waste anything. Now, I'm always coming up with new recipes on how to use leftovers, so keep checking back on the channel regularly. So that's how I cut up a backyard brisket, remembering we're after yield when it comes to eating at home. Remember, when slicing a whole pack of brisket up, follow the grain of the flat muscle and you are going to please everyone at your table. Speaking of which, I'm digging in. Cheers for watching.